What's up, money makers? Looking for the next stock to explode? Or you just want to break one down and see its potential? Well, you've ended up in the right place today, my friend. Not only can I break them down, analyze stocks, but we also have the right juice at Banking with Billy Discord. Billy and the other coaches, including myself, rip that smoke every day with updates on stocks we are chasing and letting go, flooding the chats with updates and direction to the best of our knowledge. I'm your host, John, with Just.Scrollin.Trades. Let's get it. Today we're going to be covering CISS. We're going to do this updated video on CISS. We got in way back here. It was actually it was a little bit below where it broke out today. Let's see here. Yeah, that 11.57. We were way down there. But anyways, we're just going to say right here the buy-in was about at 11.8. It has went up and up. We had the breakout right here at 10:40 this morning. Is right here when the indication that this thing was going to explode, and sure enough, it did. It went up it went up 25%. Everybody knows how CISS is. Everybody has put money in CISS. Everybody has lost money with CISS. This stock is very, very volatile. So it's hard to keep up with. And the reason being is just because of the low volume cap. If you look over here and we pull up your quotes, and just pull it out here where we can see. Check this out, 52-week low. It's at 10.95. That's the 52-week low. It's only at 11 cents now. The 52-week high, there it is, $20. That's awesome. So there's plenty of room, even between here and there. Like, we're at the bottom. We're scraping bottom. It's just not catching that right momentum. Every time, it's I don't understand it. With CISS, everybody knows what I'm talking about, too, because we have all ran into it. You know, when we bought in, we called our first stop loss. We saw our support again. We were able to go up. And then whenever we saw the break, where it wasn't going to take profit any longer, you look at the clock, you know, in comparison with the market time, you know that this is going to drop. But just to be certain, you have to set up your line. You have to set up your lines by doing your technical skills, breaking it down, seeing where your supports are, stop loss, your resistance, what's going to hold me, what's going to break me. Now, in this reference, you know, most time we do swing trade, but today we're talking about living in the moment of a day trade. Living in the moment of a day trade, anything could happen. Anything. You go from 5 minutes to the 1 minute just because you're trying to catch that break. Whether it's down here, our first indication that this was actually going to be turning around was this little pin right here. Once we see that indication, the volume's up, everything's just flowing into place, then you get your lowest drop, which is going to be this 11.1180. So less than 12 cents. It's 11.80, right? So, I mean, you think about this. That's where it was. Boom, popped up. We were able to watch it, protect ourselves, watch it, protect ourselves. You know, you have, as soon as you buy in, that's your resistance line already. So I'm buying in here. I'm only willing to lose this much of my percentage. So this is my resistance. This is my stop loss that normally I would set up underneath my resistance. And then above this, I would actually set up my support. And that's what I did this morning. You know, as I posted in the Discord, you guys could see how I was following along with this stock and keeping up with it the whole time. When we should be getting in this, when we should be getting out. And I think that's what it really boils down to. I think, you know, a lot of people are misunderstanding, but there's just so many little indicators. There's so many signs working through the technicals, going back and making sure you get your count on your drops and your highs and your lows. Like, all these things matter. And once you put those things in perspective and you're able to actually see where the stock is going, you're following the volume, you're following the market cap, keeping an eye on the market cap to make sure it doesn't get close to it, and making sure that, you know, that the free flowing money is still going and that your buy is higher than your sell. And as long as you got all the momentum in the world going, these are your results. We watch these guys every day. Dragonfly, Auto Skills, Team Crawford. I mean, I think everybody has been hitting winners all day. Banking with Billy. Billy Banks himself coming out with the smoke this morning. I mean, it's just one after another, And Billy, I was looking back on checking his out. He has all hitters right now. It's awesome. Bull runs. He's got hitters. He's got swing trades. Something you can hop in now later. Definitely check him out. All the skills. He's been keeping up with it all day. He's keeping his eye on LAES right now. Staying in the Discord, keeping everybody notified, and that's what we do all day long. So I definitely get it when people want to come and join and see what we're up to. But looking into CISS just a little bit more here, let's go back. Now that we've kept up with this, we made a little money off of it. CISS took a big hit out of us. More than we want to admit, because we did not realize how slow of a stock CISS was. So whenever I bought in and I took this dip because I got my count wrong, it happens. We're going to do it. We're only human. We're all going to make those mistakes. But then what do? You got to correct the mistake, right? So first thing I did, as soon as I hit bottom, I buy back in. It goes up. I hit another little dip. And until I saw that, I went ahead and bought anyway. And then it hit, and I was like, okay, here we go. So now we're just going to ride this puppy out. I think she has plenty more room to grow. Let's go over here to our 4-hour real quick. Now, don't pay attention to these lines up here. This will mess you up in the 4-hour window. You got to remember, always pay attention to your windows. All right. Ooh, let's see here. Where's that? Oh, there it was. There we go. Look there. Now this is our 4-hour MACD. She's lining up good. She's looking right. We go to the 15-minute. You're actually showing the opposite of what we're looking for, see? Because you see it had its pullback right here. When that pullback, that's what this is. Boom. Now look at this. We already see that it's got motivation again right above the resistance line. So if it drops down below this line and then it's followed by a red candle, then we know that options is a play here. We know that, and especially volume. Volume is everything. So if it's oversold, perfect. Because as soon as it goes down and they start selling again, we start buying again. Boom, 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 boom. This has nowhere to go but up. So right there's your 15 minutes. We see what it's going to do for the rest of the day. There's no sense in even looking at this. We'll let it get to its low. Want to buy some more? Buy some more. It just depends on where you're holding at. But it can't be too far up. Like I said, the low was at 10 cents. A little less than 10 cents, I think. Was the actual all over low. But then your 52-week high is $20. That's something to actually look forward to. But statistically speaking, you look right here at your RSI. You still have room to grow. There is enough room here to continue with this uptrend that we have. Now, there's no news. There's nothing going on. They've just been withholding this stock. You can go over here. We can go over here to our market watch. We got CISS pulled up. It's up to 12 cents. 42% is what we got out of this morning so far, which is a huge win. Finally getting that money back that we've been putting in and throwing away by taking some trades. It happens to all of us. But whenever that does happen, all you got to do is reel yourself back, remind yourself what you're doing this for, go back to the basics, start fresh. So in CISS, you see here on Market Watch, this was February 9th. This was part of that information. We actually read this on another one that was part of this. I think it was PTNR or whichever one it was, but the 12 industrial stocks moving in Friday's aftermarket. They already gave us the heads up on this. They already was like, hey, this is going to happen finally. Of course, we couldn't believe it because we've been waiting for it to happen. Pineapple Energy, going to do a video over that one here in just a little bit because as we all know, I already did one over it. I've been watching it and I'm actually up 3.49% right now, so that's cool. That makes me feel a lot better that it's finally turning around. These stocks just been laying on the bed rest for a while. Of course, we all know it's February, and in February, stocks are slow, and if anything, they're bearish. Everybody's just got to survive February and September. But the rest of the time, as soon as this is over, as soon as it turns back to the bull market, oh my goodness. We have all these great stocks in Banking with Billy Discord. where you can get in here and you can see now we go for the 52-week lows and we play them and we play them and we play them until they get to the point of risk that it's not safe to take anymore. We go to the next 52-week low. That's it. Inside and out, we're always pulling in that 10-15% on the take or the loss. It can happen either way. The market has a mind of its own. All we can do is try and keep up with it as fast as we can and make those vital calls that can make you or break you in one trade. Now, with it being this group here and there being so many other ones here, I just want to scroll down because I'm going to go over some of these other, because as you can see, some of these are the ones that we actually discussed last week. We all put money in on last week. I mean, everybody knew this was coming. Everybody knew that, this was going to happen. The worst part about it is so many people have lost money on CISS because the inconsistency. Even right now, with everything that has been going on, one of the biggest problems with CISS is, they're pushing back the earnings date. It makes us wonder what we need to be doing whenever we can't get access to the earnings date and know how the stock's going to play out. So, just in Germany alone, CISS was up 37% this morning coming into Tuesday for us. Like, we saw it coming. We knew it was going to happen. I didn't know how hard it was going to go because we had to have somebody back it more than we have. Because if you look at CISS, we go back over here and you actually look at the numbers of what they're carrying right now. Oh, wrong one. There we go. So let's go back over here. We're just going to back up a little bit. Jump down here. Let's go. So 563, 465. Our buys are up. So we're still good. We're looking bullish. I mean, everything looks good there. But we've all seen this stock bullish and it not do anything too. Go up, a fractional share here and there. That's it. There was a report that came out. I already actually read this one, where CISS had lost 8.08%. The stock price moved from 13 to 11.95. Last week's high was 13. The low was 11.25, and the cumulative volume was 19.30 million. So there was plenty of players in there. It just wasn't enough action going on. That's it. And right here, I mean, I got caught up in this. Let me back up. Where'd it go? So I got caught up in this, losing this 8%. But in the same time, that's whenever the discipline comes out. If you miss your stop loss, or if you held on to it a little too long and it got away from you, whatever the case may be, this is where the discipline comes in and the safety nets come in. So if you're tied up in a stock and you're overdue, you're just going to have to double down where you're at. That way, not only can you cover your loss, but you can also cover your gain. That way, you can continuously move up in your portfolio. Portfolio protection is very important, and maintenance to that portfolio is also very important. Keeping up with this information and running along with this stock, I mean, I'm excited to see how much further it goes. I did not sell out all of them because I have confidence that this is going to turn right around, that this MACD is not lying to me, that when I look into this 4 hours and I see the potential, and when I go to the day and I'm showing here we're just crossing over, and that's for the day. So that tells me in the overall MACD, we know how the MACD works, look at it, that's for the day. So that makes me say, I think I'm going to be pretty confident all week in CISS. But you know what? We're going to give more updated videos on this. We're going to keep up with it. We're going to see what the hot is, what the not is. How is CISS going to treat us this week? And don't forget, you can come over to Bank Mobility Discord. You can catch me and the other coaches. Like I said, we're delivering it every day. This information, every bit of the information I'm talking about has been posted in the Discord. All the time frames, all this here. Whenever you look up here and you see, I got to go back down to the right time frame that I was in. While looking at this, you can see when I bought in, moved my support, my stop loss lines up. I was able to take profit because I saw the fall off. And not only then, I could guarantee it whenever I saw the long candle. And now we have a new resistance that's setting up. Now that we have volume, we still have our volume up. We still have the buys more than the sales, and that also shows us up here that we have nothing but room to grow. We have plenty of room to grow on our RSI. We're just now setting up with our day. We're just now setting up with our MACD. I mean, that's just beautiful. That's just beautiful. Now, we'll just have to see how long will the volume push this? How long will the volume let it rise up? They're past due. It's time. It's time that, they stop riding the bottom of the line. CISS has been around for quite a while. Let's see here. Let's just pull up on Google. I'm not worried about their information with the stock market, but CISS, let's see here, continuous ink system, also known as continuous ink system. Oh, supply system. Okay. All right, so it's ink supply system. All right. Pretty interesting. So that gives us a little more intel, a little more detail. And of course, you know me, I love Yahoo Finance. They give that fresh information all the time. They stick with, the news. They keep it updated. I feel like they're more on point with a lot of places as far as free information goes. Now, if you want to pay a little subscription and get more in-depth stocks, there are applications out there that you can put into. You would just have to choose your best judgment based off your judging or off your trading skills, your trading styles. So that's it. Once you figure out your trading style, then set up your discipline, then set up your rules. Stick to your rules. When you stick to your rules, you don't lose. That 7-15% up or down, that's real. 17-15% up or down, you can manage that. Because even if it's going up, and it passes that 15%, and you're just watching it until that first red candle, and then you get out and say you gain another 7%, so now you got 23%. So now, because you just waited out, you got 23%. But on the downside, if you don't see any indications and there's no green flags that this is going to turn around and be bullish, then why hold on to it? Stay out of the emotions. The stock is going to be the stock. You can't change the stock with your feelings. Don't be in your emotions. Changing the stock. Stay focused. Stick to your rules. Keep up with the stock. Follow the text. Follow the news. And overall, just follow the stock. The stock will tell you every week what it's doing. We know the stock's been laying around and it hasn't been doing anything. We've seen this coming. But now we're getting to see the other side of it. We've waited for so long. And I know there's people still holding this, don't even want to admit to it because CISS is a hard one. Right here, I think it's time for it to shine, and I think we're going to be able to catch it. So, don't miss out. Get your money back in on CISS, and we'll see you next time.